There we go. Anyhow, hopefully Maureen will get it together here on this side. Nevertheless, so welcome to, what is this, our fourth week, I think, isn't it? At least the third?
Third week.
Is it third week? Or fourth?
Yes,
It's third?
third.
No, because here's the key to it, Ellen. The first week I wore orange. The second week I wore green. The third week I wore blue. And today is orange again.
Oh.
You and your own.
My word for the day is thriving. We are thriving. So there's a method to my madness. So help me remember. So now that you all know the key, this is the key, and I will not change it, because if I do, it will mess up my format. There you go. All right. So like I said, thriving is the word for today. But I'm happy to see everyone again, and welcome, Evelyn.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You welcome. Let's see, Nancy. What is Maureen again? What did she do? Maureen? Okay. I'm going to.
Yes, Maureen.
All right. Yeah, she's there. It's just that she was having a problem with her sound. But nevertheless, so just want to make you aware. Where am I getting the sounds from? Is that from her? Yeah, she's still playing around with it. But, and that's another thing to be aware of. And I try to share this with you, point this out all the time. Always before I get ready to come into my Zoom classroom, I test my video and I test my audio. Even if I've done it already for the day, I always check, because what it does is it allows me to make certain that, my screen is in focus. The sound is there, because it will allow you to do that. Even when you sign into Zoom, I think it will come up and ask you, do you want to sign in and use the audio, whatever. But I do this because it will send a sound check back to me. My camera will come on, and then I can tell whether I'm at a point that I'm straight, straight where I need to be. So that's just something to help you out a little bit. I don't want to take a chance that I start this and then something goes wrong. Other than the fact that the internet is quite challenging sometimes. So I can't make commitments about that. However, the other things I can control. So this is where we are. So based upon last week and having some conversation with a few people from the various classes, what I find is most people, particularly people that are new to the class, one of the key things that's still a concern for them is supplies. And supplies simply because most of them don't have a stash or something like that. So fortunately, all of you, other than Evelyn, I'm aware of have supplies or should have some supplies, which is another reason why I am not promoting us doing projects that are fixed on something, simply because it comes back to supplies again. You may or may not have what you need. So I much rather us work in the concept of an open studio with some rules. And the rule for this is simply whatever it is you'd like to do or want to do. And I feel that this is a perfect time to clean up some of those projects that we stashed away for, I'm just being honest, years. It's a good time to do those things. So this is what I'm asking you to do. Even if, and I know I brought up this comment about peyote, because there are people that's visiting classes at a different level than where they are. It doesn't mean that they don't have the skill set. It's just that they've not tried it. So I'm trying to look at all of these things and say, if you've done something in that area and you want to work on that, that's fine. Bear in mind that from the support standpoint that I'm still here and I will be able to support those things. So are we good with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Evelyn, have you done any type of jewelry making before?
Yes. I'm
Oh.
from the Bowden Center, so I have done it before.
Oh, excellent. Okay, excellent, excellent. Then we're all good to go. Now, I've done some research and everything that I can find. If you're the person that really does not want to and should, doesn't want to go outside to purchase things, I still find that Fire Mountain is the better place to purchase. They've had a lot of sales on some really nice beads, and my understanding is the shipping is still $5.99. I guess it's $5.99 up to a certain weight or something. I'm unsure about that. As to how much. Now, Dewey, when you and I spoke last time, you were planning on ordering from them. Did you do so?
No, I didn't. I found
Okay.
other places.
No, that's fine. Like I said, is thus far for convenience and everything, they're still the better one. I heard that Michael's was still open and they were bringing the things to the car for you. I'm not sure if that's true or not. For me, I just wonder how you would be able to order and not see what you're looking for and have them bring it. And Hobby Lobby has pretty much been closed down. So
Hobby Lobby closed?
Well, the one that's over near me was closed. There was, I'm trying to be politically correct with this. There was some issues pertaining to them being open at a time when.
Oh, yeah. Out of town, yeah.
Right,
yeah, I remember.
So, yeah, right. So anyway, not bashing, just sharing information. So I don't know what the circumstance is, but I'm always the person I really want to see what it is I'm buying or whether it works or something I'm working on. Does anybody have anything else to share in regards to supplies or things that they come up?
Let me call you back.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Deborah was in class this morning, Deborah Bell, and Nancy, of course, was away. I'm happy to see her back this afternoon, but of course, that when we did show and tell, Deborah was on polymer clay, which is her heartbeat. And then I heard that Nancy attended this meeting over the weekend and is now involved with the Guild. Is that correct, Nancy?
Yes.
Okay, congratulations on that. I'm happy to hear that. And the reason in particular I'm excited about that for her as well is because polymer clay is still a big business, but it's also a very inexpensive, crafty way to do so much, particularly when we talk about supplies, the things you can do. Deborah presented this morning some spectacular pieces that she had been working on, things that she pulled out from years ago, well, which was kind of nice that she was trying to complete. So what it brought to mind is going back to the Guild itself, what they're about, but if you're into polymer clay, and needing beads and other things to work on, that's still an excellent way. I found out that, and Nancy, correct me if I'm wrong, Debbie Jackson was there at your meeting?
No, she wasn't there. She
wasn't there? Oh, okay.
She didn't make it in.
Oh, okay, but she was supposed to be there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because of Debbie, and I had the opportunity to meet Debbie several years ago, and I'm sure in class you remember this particular book that we talk about, polymer clay. But I decided I'd go out on Debbie's blog to see what she has out there. If you want to follow up some polymer clay again, looking at her website, she's got some spectacular things out there. Major pieces, things I haven't seen in a long time, but it's so spectacular to see the direction she's going in as far as her clay is concerned. So that's something I'm suggesting you may want to go back and look at if you have the desire to work with clay. As I pointed out for me, a lot of my supplies pertaining to production of my clay still at the center. But in my cleaning up of my garage area, I found that I have another toaster oven type out there that's on the top shelf that I didn't realize I had stored away. So I may have to get the ladder me and a rope to try to get it down, for safety's sake. But what has happened is, with me seeing some of these things, it really has got my blood flowing again. I think I want to go back and work on some more clay and some other things. Unlike me with Nancy, in case I have to go over, take a shovel and shove it over to her and
No.
say, "Bake this for me, please." Can you toast it up for me? But anyhow, so Nancy, your experience with the Guild, what did you think of it?
It's a lot of it's a lot of older group. It's an older group rather than a young group.
Mm-hmm.
They just talked about what they have done. There's nothing that I got some information about.
Right.
So they were just getting started. It was hard for them to get on, to get everything together. So
Was it done
started
virtual? Was it a virtual class?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So they started late trying to get on.
Okay.
So I guess that's why Debbie Jackson one there is probably, she was hard to get there, I guess.
Okay.
But they didn't do much or anything.
Yeah, because it's
just
been
talk.
about 7 years since and they were still over in there. Tucker, I think, is where I went to for their meetings and things like that. But that's
It's in
something.
Avondale. It's in Avondale now.
Oh, okay.
At a church, Baptist church.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I was wondering how they would do that, because you would be somewhat restricted if you were trying to do it in its concept, working with the items and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I know Barbara McGuire attends that every now and then. She comes from North Carolina and will do a class over there. So I'm assuming at some point, hopefully when things are together again, they normally publish their syllabus so you can see which artists may make an appearance. And always good to work with the artists themselves, because the things that you learn, the extra little tips, makes a big difference to your work.
Mm-hmm. They share a lot of work on Facebook too.
Oh, okay. Is it the Guild's Facebook page? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's some other information we use. As I said, I didn't look for the Guild. I just looked for Debbie Jackson because I thought she was there. But
what's the name of the Guild?
Is it the Polymer Clay Guild of Georgia?
It's Polymer. Let's see, Georgia Polymer Clay Guild. I have to look at it myself. I forgot it myself.
I'll check it also, Beverly, because I know it used to be the Polymer Clay Guild of Georgia or something, but you may be correct, Nancy. Because like I said, I was going there about 7 years ago, and they used to meet on Sunday afternoons. I don't know, is it still Sundays?
Yeah, it's still Sundays.
Okay.
Usually the third Sunday each month.
Right. Okay, it's still on the same days, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's interesting, really it is, if you're into the clay. And I do like the fact that they normally bring a renowned artist in to show. Okay.
I was able, this is Elsie.
Yes, Elsie.
I was able to order that beaters.
Oh, okay. The beaters
Okay.
companion.
Yeah, it is wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, I am so excited.
Right.
It really is good.
Excellent. It's a good reference book to have. It really is. Well,
I ordered it also.
Oh, you did, Gwen?
Yes, I got the one and the one before it.
Oh, okay.
Because it didn't cost that much, so I went ahead and got the one before it.
I know, a great deal. hurt for
They
me who paid more, but it's okay. Yes, Evelyn.
Yeah, what was the name of that book she was showing? I didn't get a chance to see it.
It's called The New Beater's Companion.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's great.
And I think it's only $3.99 at Thrift Books. Was it $3.99? Or more?
No, it's 8.
Was $8?
No,
Yeah.
mine was 4.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah,
got it from the
Thrift Books.
thrift
Yeah.
books. They had that one. Is it a little book like this big?
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
you're talking about, Elsie's talking about this.
yeah.
But there was also another one. Now,
They
I
were-
also talked, well,
They were out of the first one.
oh, they were?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
And-
this is this one.
All right. What's the name of that one, Gwen? Yeah, it's the same one. Now, this one is, it says expanded and updated.
Yeah.
Is that what's on that book?
This one
Mm.
says, wait a
Because they
minute.
revised it.
Okay,
And-
now this one says the new, expanded and updated.
Right, that's this book,
Yeah.
correct.
That's this
And
one.
Elsie,
And
this
this
is-
is the one before.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the one that Elsie has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one I got.
Okay.
It was I think it was $4 or $5.
Right. I
For the
knew
both
it.
of them, they were only 10.
Oh, that's a good deal. Excellent.
Well, it's up to $8 now.
Look, that's because everybody's ordering those books. Well, I'm glad because it really is a good book to have as a reference book for you.
Yeah.
And
Yes, Nancy.
that website for the guild is gapcg.org, O-R-G.
GAPG.org
GAPCG.
or GAPCG.org.
Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you.
And do you have the information for Deborah's website that you were talking about?
No, what I did is I just went in and did a search and put in
Uh-huh.
Debbie Jackson, Paula McClay artist, because she has a blog. She has there's a variety of things. So I just did a scroll. I didn't lock in onto one location. I just did a search of her name. And
Debbie
Paula McClay.
Jackson, what?
I just did Debbie Jackson, Paula McClay artist. Because
Okay.
she's from Ohio. But she has so many different things out there. And there are other links that you can click on to that will take you into other areas.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Deborah in your class. I thought
No,
you
I
said
was
she had
talking
some-
about Deborah Bell, but I was talking about
Oh,
Debbie Jackson. Remember this
Okay.
book we were working off of?
Okay.
I thought at one time you might have had this book. Yeah, Debbie
We got-
Jackson is the artist that.
You remember we got
Okay.
But Deborah
remember we
Bell,
got the thrift book.
yes.
Gwen, remember we
Uh-huh.
ordered on their thrift book.
Okay. Okay.
Now, Evelyn, have you done any work with Paula McClay at all?
No, I haven't, but the Debbie Jackson book, I have it.
Oh,
I'm just reading because I got everything I need. I just
okay,
need to have hands on.
okay,
I
gotcha.
just look at it. I just look at what I got.
All right, we'll have to figure out how to get Nancy's working hands on. We have to figure that out.
Okay.
Okay. The good news is for me is that using that email address that I gave you all has really worked well for me in communicating with people. Ellen, I did receive your JPEGs right after the
Okay.
morning class, so I haven't loaded those yet, but I do have them. So thank you. But it really has made a big difference in me being able to kind of put my hands around people that are relatively new and may not be where you are. So that helps. Evelyn,
Mm-hmm.
what I would like to do is if you can send me an email so I have a link to you,
Okay.
and I have some material that I will share with you.
Okay. Am I sending this through the chat or do?
No, you're gonna send it. What I created was an outside email address
Okay,
which will allow me to communicate with people one-on-one
okay,
and send documentation to them. What I ask is when we're doing these classes is not to use the chat features, only because it's distracting to me and I'm trying to manage the whole class. So at that point, that's why I prefer doing the email, and it makes it easy for me to communicate. And it's been working real well. So that email
Okay, well-
address is, do you have something to write with?
uh-huh,
It's
yes.
akcrafty1@gmail.com.
Gotcha.
Okay, so just so you know, I'm not omitting anybody, but I've done 2 video clips thus far, and one is designed for people that are brand new to jewelry making and kind of introduce them to tools and help them around. And the one that I did over the weekend has to do with how to make earrings. So my intent is so that you will have a closer,
AOL.
I'm sorry?
Oh,
it's
AOL.
no, it's gmail.com.
Gmail, gotcha.
Yeah, I apologize. So it's akcrafty1@gmail.com.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So the second one that I did is how to make earrings, and it focuses on just that part. So this is where I'm trying to get to. All right, so I've done enough talking. Who has things to share with me? Yes,
Well, the
no,
cool part is, since I've only been in it for a while,
okay,
I've made several necklaces, bracelets. I did the hemo, and I'm doing doing quite a few things to be a novice in this little stuff. But I love it. I really do love it.
excellent, excellent. Julia,
Yes,
how are you making out with your peyote?
I do okay on that big piece with the big piece, but I don't like that. And so I tried to work with some smaller stuff and I can't do it on the smaller.
Is that the
So I've
piece that
just
you
been
sent me?
practicing. Yeah,
Okay, the piece that you sent me, those are what, size 5 or 6 beads? I can't
yeah,
remember.
that's a 6.
Okay,
And they were kind of uneven and all that kind of stuff. So I found some more even beads, an 8. They're smaller, but they seem to be more uniform, but it doesn't work for me with the small ones. But I'm just working, practicing, trying to get it.
well, you got it with the larger beads, I saw.
Yeah, yeah, I don't understand why I can't make the small ones work, but I'm gonna try. I say my hands are too big.
And this is how we've been doing it. So we've been exchanging emails and they send pictures and then I can look at the item and
Uh-huh.
do an assessment on it and help them. So like I said, it really does work. I can't believe this is saying that we only have 10 more minutes. That doesn't make sense.
You only get 40.
Oh, yeah. Does anybody have anything to show?
No.
While I'm waiting here, let me see if I can get this to work. I did it this morning. Whew. Hold a minute. That's not working that way. Let's see if we do it again. These were the pieces that Maureen had done previously. Did you guys see this before?
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
ring.
neat.
Mhm.
Pretty.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh,
That's pretty.
So that's is a bracelet?
That's a bracelet, yeah.
Okay.
And let me see if I can do the other piece. And this was the neck. She turned that into a necklace. Can you see that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Whoever did that one, those are nice.
Yeah, Maureen did that. This is the reason I am recommending that if we can, if you send me, take a picture of your piece and send it to me, and I can add it to the folder and we can do the share screen here. And that way you can see it much closer and see the detail. Did you not get a better view of that? I'm looking at it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
But that's what I would like to do. you know, to get beyond that. So Nancy, and I did receive all of your pieces, Nancy. I just have to upload all of them. Nancy did send me some pictures of some really neat pieces she's done in the clay. But I thought that would be a great way to see it. And then Ellen, I'll have yours loaded before next week. I'm either downloading or uploading.
Or uploading.
But the thing is, honestly, I have really learned so much in this process. And it's always, you know, trying something new. But now it's getting to the point where I really know how to, well, I'm getting better at managing the data, which is making it better. So I am hoping that soon the short videos that I've done will be up on the Fulton County website, as well as the class. I think Andre was planning on uploading one of the classes today. So eventually they will be on the Fulton County site as well. But in the meantime, what I do is when someone has a need and it fits within the video, I just send the video directly to them. It's not a long movie or anything like that. It's just clip, you know, it's a short video that focuses on whatever technique that needs to be done at that time. So I keep emphasizing this because I don't want my besties to feel that I'm ignoring them. And anyway, Nancy, did you have anything else to add to that?
No.
Okay, you sound like you were thinking there.
I'm working on something.
Huh?
I said I'm working on something.
Oh, okay, okay. So Beverly, what are you working on? Are you just...
I'm really coasting, to tell you the truth. I did order both books and I expected them to come in this week, but I just received a message showing me that they had been shipped. And I wanted to look in the books because my materials is so scattered at this point. I only have a small portion because everything else is in storage. So that's what's kind of hindering me right now.
Well, if you find that you have XYZ bees and you're not sure what you can do with them and you need some suggestion, I mean, you can send me an email and
Okay.
I'll help you think on it.
Okay then. Well,
You
thank
notice
you.
I said to help you think on it.
Well, you know, I love earrings and I love bracelets, so I can always whip up one of those.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, well,
For
you know,
now.
that's pretty much where my focus is always on the earrings and the bracelet. I mean, that's my first love, I would put it that way, really. So it does make a difference.
Yes.
So Evelyn, are you going to continue with us and show things with us and share?
Yes, I'm working on something now. I got things done, but I got them all in a little bag.
Okay. I got
I'm
it.
just waiting for the virus to pass over so I can give them out. I made some things for my nieces for their birthday, so I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I was chatting with someone yesterday and they said, I was checking on them to make certain that they were okay. And they go, oh, I'm fine, but I'm staying undercover till the virus goes away. I go, geez, I might not see you till next year. So, you know, we have to, you know, the word is thriving. We're thriving, doing everything with safety, but let's not put off our, you know, our well-being.
Right.
Trying to wait for all of this to pass. However, I have not gone to the post office yet to mail anything, but I understand. It's okay. It's okay. So, Miss Ellen, what do you have for us to, any advice, any whatever? Did you have your bracelet with you now, Ellen? Or you put it away? She had, the reason I asked because Julia was doing a peyote. Ellen made a really nice peyote piece that she presented this morning, and which is why I wanted her to send it to me so I could, you know, show it so you could see the details of it. Since you were trying to work on the peyote piece. And
Alrighty.
did you find it? Excellent.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
That's better right there. So that's her peyote piece, Julia.
Oh,
Now, what
okay.
size beads did you use in yours, Ellen?
11 hours,
Everything's 11?
11,
Wow.
and this is 15. I use Delicas.
Oh, okay. And then that was the one you had a button closure on, correct?
Yes. the
Okay,
button
all
closure.
right. So she sent me that
Oh, nice.
picture of that piece, so I will upload it, so then we'll be able to see, close up, which make a difference, so you can see more of the details in it. How long did it take you to do the piece?
About 2 hours.
Wow.
Take me 2
great.
days just to make a necklace.
Huh?
Make me
That's
2
great
days just to make a
stuff.
necklace.
No, Evelyn is saying that would be great to make it into a
Make
necklace.
a necklace.
One thing
But probably
about
more of a
peyote stitches, Evelyn, is
Uh-huh.
that that's flat. So pretty much when you're dealing with flat peyote, it becomes more a band or whatever.
Okay,
Usually when we turn it into a necklace is when we get into tubular, making
Okay.
it a tube so that
Okay.
you get that swing or swag in your piece to go around your neck.
Mhm.
If I were trying to do something like that, it meant like making two separate bands and attaching them somehow in the middle to a pendant or something else so you get that curvature. Otherwise, this is when we get into what we call the tubular, making a
Okay.
tube out of it. Mhm.
Got you.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. That's it. So, any words of wisdom for all of us for our, what is this, 1 minute, 20 seconds here, 18? It seems like it goes so quickly.
I just say stay safe. I enjoyed the class and I will be back.
I'll be looking for you. You send me that email.
Okay, I will.
I'll be looking for it. Okay, positive. Elsie,
Yes,
have a great week. I'm glad you were able to purchase that book. And
yes,
hopefully I will see you in class next week.
yes.
Okay. All right, ladies, my word for the
Okay.
day, as I said, is thriving. I love you guys. I thank you. And please be safe, everyone.
You do the
All right, you
same.
too.
All right.
Love you too.
Good.
Thank you. If I find if our videos are up, I'll send you a message or send you a text. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
sounds
Thank
good.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Beverly. Bye.
See you next time.
Okay, you guys have a good one.
Thank you.
You too.
Stay safe.
How do I leave?